Hello in the pigeon world. Here it's Martin from MNC in Denmark, and we are live. Today we want to speak with Sjaak Buwalda from Holland. He is really working hard on his technical devices and he has a little bit problem getting online to the system. But I will try to give him some minutes to see if we can get him online. Today we want to speak with him about his pigeon and the pigeons he has online. And he has a very fine collection of marathon pigeons from his family. And they are very well bred for this auction. And maybe I can go and share my screen so you can see some of the pigeons that we have there. Yep, now you can, and you can see they're all pigeons around the famous old foundation hen Doutzen. And then most of them are also around that hen called Melinda that was First National. So we have two First National hens, more or less building the family. You can also see here you have a son of Beta. She was first NPO, so it's very, very, very nice pigeons bred for this auction. And of course, I hope that Sjaak will come and have a talk with us about these pigeons, so we can have the master himself informing about these pigeons. Else, I can. In the meantime, I can show you the three auctions that we end this weekend coming. On Sunday, we have the auction from Jauke Orotine. We spoke with him Wednesday. A very nice man and some very nice pigeons. All-round pigeons, 100 to 600 kilometers. We spoke with Melgar Jeppesen yesterday about their Cannibal and Gaston van der Waal pigeons. And then today we should speak with Sjaak Buwalda. That's the last auction on Sunday with long distance pigeons. So we have a very nice group of pigeons for Sunday, something for everybody. And we have already, hello Martin, greetings to Sjaak from Germany. And we have greetings from Kristin in Denmark. She missed me, I think. But we don't have Sjaak here, so maybe he will come very soon. I hope that. In the meantime, I can present the new auctions that we have online for Sunday in 8 days. We have a Christmas auction of a lot of different pigeons, from sprint pigeons, Van der Bull pigeons, Cannibal pigeons, Tonnet pigeons, everything. We have from the Belgium Top Loft, Bart and Francis Verdian. It's around his Black Shadow, and also some hairy lines, and also some pigeons from Top Racers. We have Louis Stabel and his son Eugene, also Top Dutch Loft. And we have Tekin, Combinatie Tekin, some that has some very super marathon birds close to New Loirat, and their two international winners, Sultan and First Lady. So a very good combination on that auction. And now I see we have Sjaak. I put you immediately on, Sjaak. Don't run away. Hello.
No, don't. Afternoon.
Good afternoon. Nice that you had the time to struggle with the computer so you could get online with us. Maybe it seems like the connection is a little bit slow.
A situation for networks.
Okay. Is it via your mobile phone?
No, it's on my laptop now.
Okay, good. Okay, welcome to Denmark.
This time doesn't matter.
No, it's a little bit. I don't see you move. For me, it seems like the connection is a little bit slow. Maybe you have some problems in your local area. Maybe I have some problems here. I see you fall out now. You're back now.
Yep.
Now it's better.
Yeah, you sure?
Yeah, a little bit better.
Yeah.
How is things in Holland?
Weather is good, so that's a start. We're all locked down, so nowhere to go. And luckily, we have a hobby, and so we can fulfill our days with the breeding season coming up. So there's plenty to do still.
Yeah.
So
did you couple already, or?
Sorry?
Did you couple already?
No, not. I will be, and this weekend.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
around the second or third week of December. That gives me plenty of time to breed a big bunch of youngsters for the young bird season, and then plenty of time to prepare the old birds for the racing season. So so that's my preferred around time. Weather is good, so that's most important for me.
Yeah. And as you can see, people watching as Martin Steffel, you can comment on the show, or you can ask questions. Of course, any fun on a Friday is very good. So, Martin, you're very welcome to hear you more seriously. Thank you for the good luck on the sales. As you see, one of the best colonies for long distance he has ever seen. So,
he knows his stuff, huh?
Yeah, he knows his stuff. Yeah, exactly. But that's also one thing I think that's very important to mention. You have a big passion for the long distance.
Yeah, that's my thing. Long distance racing, the harder it gets, the further it gets, the more I like it.
Yeah.
It's the pigeons who can do it. They are special to me. Not to diminish or any other type of pigeon, but we can't go any further than Barcelona, and so that's like the end of the world. And they can do all shorter distances, but racing 1100 or 1300 kilometers and seeing pigeons homing from there. That's a special kick. That's like for an England or for the Irish to race the Channel 2 times, and for us it's racing the night or racing so many mountains and having birds who can do that. That's something special to me always. Ever since small, ever since I was young, reading the pigeon magazines in the 70s and 80s. When you won a first prize in any competition or 20 first prizes, no one would care. Bit overdone, but the national winners, they were in the spotlight.
Yeah.
And so that kind of clinged on to me. And my father was a normal program racer, but I always wanted to do the distance. That's when my heart started to pump extra. Yeah. So that's my thing.
Yeah, and you really live also on one of the longest distances. You live in Friesland, and that's, you can say, it's not easy to go much further than you end in the sea. So
No. Distance is one thing. She just don't tell your birds they have to race that long distance. Then you're already well up. But yeah, we're in a quite a hard situation here, harsh situation here with crossing water and water on one side. Then you got the dry land on the other side. I don't know if you ever seen it, but all the windmills, it's like going through a slaughtering machine.
Yeah.
But and we're here on the west side and on one of the longest distances indeed. So it makes an extra challenge for the birds. It's
Yeah.
not easy to survive here. Let's
No.
put it that way.
That's also why we promote this as a special long distance marathon auction, because you have you are situated in a very long spot. You have the pigeons built from a family for generations, only doing these kind of races, and you see that your bird's doing very well. Also, when they have some of the same conditions, like you have big success in Malta, where they have to race also long distance and over the sea and so on, like your own birds have to.
Yeah, there are many the countries which with hard situations, like in Ireland, there's a family racing my birds, and they have to cross two channels. So it's the Irish Channel and the English Channel. And I think I believe only on a good race 1% returns. And the Irish always say, and they claim, that the birds from the continent can't do it, and then the family picked up birds from me, and in recent years constantly clocking on those races, and then 50% my blood or 100% my blood. And for me, that's something extra, to see them in the King's Cup winning, or not even winning, but in the top. And then you go to Malta, they can do the water over there. People in Denmark, I have customers in Pakistan, of all places, Saudi Arabia. As long as it's harsh conditions, where then my birds start to jump out. And but it's the type of condition they need. Otherwise, they wouldn't be able to beat the sprint birds, of course.
No. But I also think that that's also. I think that most people also see that they cannot use these birds for winning on a 200 kilometers race.
Under normal conditions, no. They win. They lose too many minutes on the sprint races. 10 minutes on 150 kilometer. 20 minutes on 200 and 300, and then when you go to 2 nights in a basket, then they come closer to the winners again. But winning, now that must be very special conditions.
Yeah.
But or I'm not a good pigeon fancier that I just can't get it out of them. That could be the case as well. But it's not my focus. But they can do well in the sprints. But winning, no. Normally, under normal circumstances, no way. No.
So maybe you can tell a little bit about how you built your family. I know we go some years back, but maybe you can tell us a little bit about where you started and how you did it.
Yeah, okay. For the people who don't know, I was loft manager at Eierkamp from 1996 until 2002, and then great success there. Good. Can I brag a bit? The only national winner they had over 800 kilometers was done by me, and perfect schooling there. And then in 2002 we returned here to my home ground in Friesland. And in those years, I built up friendships, of course, and you get in touch with some of the best fanciers. And at that moment, Hans-Peter Brokamp was growing to its peak. Men and daughters from Germany, also just before they really peaked, and from Harry Brakkelé, who was my big competitor in the Eierkamp years. And I got from each of those lofts, I had 2 breeders which have a enormous influence on the family I have today. So it's this mix of 3 families. It's the Eurodiamond sisters of Hans-Peter Brokamp, from a brother of the first international Perpignan of Menne, and from Harry Brakkelé from his base pair, Romeo and Julia. That's the base of my family. You could go 50 years back and then you find all the old names, Arden or whatever you want. But these are the basic of my family of today. And I had luck or just a good match with one pair, which bred Dachshund, which is by far the main breeder in my loft. And I had she won a national. Her sister won 5th national, Brada, and they had 3 full brothers who bred top 5 national winners. And that's the base. That's one side of the family. Then it's Dejan. Dejan also is a cousin of Doutzen with the old Black Giant lines of Eierkamp. And I was looking forward to bringing in breeding myself a supreme cock. I had several hens performing well, but picking that one cock, you need to build a family. And then all of a sudden he was there winning 47 national Bordeaux on the day, 1,000 kilometers. And the year after 74 Barcelona, 1,300 kilometers. The evening he arrived from Barcelona, I mated him up with the second one, Ivania, which comes from the Brokamp family. And we were in business. And from then on, it went upwards. Just doing what I learned at the Eierkamp years is build around those few birds, putting all those youngsters in stock immediately and breeding loft immediately, and start pairing them up. And that's how we got to a higher level. And then call it luck again, putting the best hen Doutzen to the best cock Dejan. First yearling out of that was Melinda. And she's the basic breeder today of the loft, and a few other lofts who rose into national level as well, and because of this pairing.
Yeah.
So the pieces fell into one puzzle, and it was there. And then it's the big challenge is to keep up that level, and that's the hardest thing.
Yeah, of course.
To get equal.
You also take what I would say it's also a good advice maybe for the people watching, that when you take you take the good races and then you found your basic on that, you don't buy so much around, but you take some solid foundation pigeons and then you take the good races.
It was very simple. On the day that Melinda was her first national race as a yearling, 830 kilometers Limoges. And it was a hard race, under 900 meters, and she won 23rd national. And I went into my office, and I told my father, "We're in." He said, "What do you mean?" I said, "It's from Dejan to Doutzen. All the rest can go. These are the ones. These are the ones we need. These are the only ones we need. They don't need any extra motivation. They just fit in a system. They don't need me. They only need food and water, training." That's the kind of bird I like, because that's what you need in the distance. They're on the road so long. They're away from home so long. They don't need me as a motivator. And that was the type of bird. And if you can build around that, and then you only have to push and see if you can find something with the same qualities and mix them up. Well, some other guys did it better than I did. You have to find the right mix. And that's the whole key. That's the whole key. Yeah. And it was an inbred as well, so that gives you more of a solid base. Yeah. And
we have some comments here. We have hey, that's Hans Henrik from Denmark. Hey, Sjaak. He actually has a question. I don't know if it's fun or what. Are you a pigeon good in pairing with the Clark or Engels pigeons? I don't know if is it an internal or is it?
Don't tell him. I'm getting paid not to tell you this. But it depends on what for my type of racing with overnight racing, I wouldn't use it. We've seen it at the Eierkamp. They tried it in the beginning of the 90s. They did the James Bond lines with Eierkamp Muller lines, and they had some top results with that. Absolutely. But it was 1-2 times. And the thing with that is, where are you going to pair them to after that? They are more dominant than in their behavior. They're more dominant. But that's my type of racing. If you would say Denmark, you don't have the afternoon liberations. You have morning liberations, and I think maximum 850 some kilometers. So they can do 12 hours, 14 hours, 15 hours on a day. Then I would be glad to cross them with any kind of sprint bird, because that type of racing is so much different. They need that extra speed. If you would go with pure Buwaldas on a hard race on 800 kilometers, they will do it, but they will still be beaten by sprinters. So then you can easily match them up with sprint birds. And after that, then you're going to see, okay, what I'm going to bring in after that, it's 50-50. I'm going to make it 75 distance. I'm going to make it 75 sprint. But it all depends on what kind of system, what kind of distance are you racing. So sure, you can do it. They will get a better structure, a better because of the our kind of pigeons are not show models. And if you would like to have a more steadily body on them, you can easily cross them with the Clark or what was the others? The Engels pigeons, Yeah, they would be a bit too big for my hands.
Yeah, but you can say also, I think one of the reason why he asked is also that we see in, as you also mentioned, in Denmark on the afternoon releases when they have to go like 700-800 kilometers for the people in the middle of Denmark. It's actually very good. It's actually a good mix, but the people living in the north they have around 1,000 kilometers.
It's different.
It's different. And we also now started with a few morning liberations also for 1,000 kilometers up in the north. So actually there I believe you have to look for something else.
Yeah, I had a hen here as well, because of course I try everything also with crossing. And I had a hen here which was from long distance keer Louis de Leus. And she won in the sprint racing third. And I clocked her just after Dayan on Bordeaux, 1,000 kilometers on the day. But then after that, I sent them to Narbonne, and Narbonne was one with Weather France, also still only 1,000 kilometers. Never seen them again. They snap, they break, they have to do so many extra kilometers on their harsh distances like Weather France, and that's just tipping the scale. That's tipping the scale. Yeah. Many tried, but 1,000, 1,100 under shady conditions, so to say. One time perhaps, 2 times perhaps, but then they break.
Yeah. Okay, but maybe do you have one of the foundation pigeons with you now?
Yeah, sure.
Maybe you can take one of the pigeons and maybe show us maybe you have something that you look for in a pigeon.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I know that we all handle pigeons and say to ourselves, "Oh, this is a good pigeon." And I also believe.
Who's been whispering in your ears to tell me what I'm looking for? Who was it? What did they pay you?
No. It's.
What did they pay you? Well, I try to explain to many people what I'm looking for, but if I'd say exactly, then I'll go to an outhouse probably. But.
And we say hello to Papu Ahmed. We have Russia. Hello, Max again. I know this is the way you write Max in Russian.
Sorry.
What do we have? What is this? Oh, now I'm in. Yeah. Hello.
Salam alaikum.
And but
salam alaikum.
Okay. I also have a question in Danish, but let me see. Let's talk about the type of pigeon that you like.
Yeah, okay. The thing on pictures nowadays, or with the pigeon pictures, we're all looking to the side of pigeons. We're all looking from this angle. This is Doughton, by the way, the original founding hen. She is now 16 years old, and still alive and vibrant. Showed her on Facebook the other day. Well, if you find a healthy looking pigeon like this at 16 years old, show me. She won first national herself. And you can see the old bronzes in there still. But foremost, Peter Weert invented it probably. And I still cling on to that. If it's theory or fact or whatever he wants, but that's important to me. That's one of the first things I'm looking for. I have seen pigeons who don't have that character and still win, but I still prefer that. And what I was going to with the the explanation of looking from the side. If you look at pigeon from the front, you can see much more about the type of pigeon you're holding. And unfortunately, they don't make pictures about that. But if you look at distance pigeons next to sprint pigeons, and they're sitting on sticks, and you can see them from the front, you can see the different type of pigeon. Is the wing on the outside? Is the wing on the inside? But what I prefer is what they call a sail ship model. It's a bit hard to explain, of course, but you can see it a bit from the front, and that's you see the keel in that center, and then you see the shape of it going like a triangle. So it's like I will put it back.
It's more like a ship than a.
It's just exterior, huh? But this is the type, This is the angle, and you have this is much more sprint, and this is huge sprinting. But I prefer this type, and that's the type we see in the distance much more than any other type. And on the back end, you see the keel. Just keep in mind, this is just exterior. It's all about what's in there, and that's character, and that's perseverance, and mordant, as the Belgians call it. But the structure is made by nature, and it's done by natural selection. I don't need to do it with my hands. Nature shows me. So what we found on the west side is the keel is down. The harder the race is, the more you feel like the breastbone is going in a downward direction. Some call it deep. I don't care what it's called, but I found out, and what did well here was with the keel going down. And when I was racing in Eierkamp, it wasn't like that. I need a different type of pigeon there, and I'm no scientist, so and I don't care about the explanation. I only know what's there and what I've seen for this area, for this type of pigeon.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
But mainly about character. And when you look to a wing or feel a wing, it must give a normal hand. You've been in Belgium, you know how the Belgians shake their hands. It's like going to a wedge punch. I rarely see pigeons or feel pigeons who give me a steady hand. I like to feel some resistance, but not over the top. And there are so many things you can look for, for the closed vent bones. What I saw in my area, the pigeons here with me, they don't have closed vent bones, and I have an explanation for that. That's all theoretically based. It needs to be a bit open, because if you bruise on it for 2 days, that's gonna hurt. If you're gonna put two bones like this constantly together, that's gonna hurt. But that's all theory. But I had big discussions about it. But I just look at my pigeons, and I will show you, and I will show what kind of pigeon I have here. Yeah.
Okay. And, but I think that also people, they also know that they need to take the selection in by hand a little bit, not so.
If I do a show, I would be lost, and lost again. Yeah. I'm calling them my crooked Frisian skate shoes, because then the discussion is over. Mine don't have to be beautiful pigeons. I will show you Melinda. She has a back, looks like, but she won, and she's breeding well, and that's the only thing that really matters. I like to see a beautiful pigeon, no problem. I'll breed them as well, Yeah. I cannot bring, if you buy the pigeons from my auction, they are well built and well structured pigeons, because that's what people want to. Otherwise, they would leave them. Yeah. But it's not my first choice. My first choice is racing. That's easy. But before racing, you need 2 parents, so you have to select them as well. And you can do. It's about getting rid of the BS in the. Just keep your head clear. A weak pigeon or whatever. If it doesn't suit you, if you don't like it, don't take it. No, it's the same for me. I'm looking for some fixed features, and if they have that, hey, they're in, and take it from there. But I prefer inbred pigeons. So to buy inbred pigeons if I can, and that's just the same what I offer on the auctions, so people can cross them at home.
Yeah. Okie dokie. I have a question in Danish. I will try. It's from Jesper. And he asked about what kind of system you use on your pigeon and how, and what kind of program you demand for the youngsters. And then he says, Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
God
Yule to you as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you can see my lofts in the back actually. It's.
Yeah.
I will explain. We'll go from there to there.
Nice.
I'm racing total widowhood with the old birds, with the yearlings and the old birds. The section behind me will be a natural loft. It will be new for me again, because I used to race on natural. But I prefer to, especially the yearlings, on total widowhood for my type of racing. As yearlings, they are not really performing. They don't really stand a chance against old birds. And for the youngsters, we have a young bird program which goes from 100 until 400 kilometers or so. And I will send them as much as possible. We have 2 tours, one until 400, and then have your late tour up until 300, I think. And after that, you can do even another tour if you want. But my focus is on young bird racing. That's from the middle of July, and I just put them in the basket. And I don't even clock them. It's just getting them home, because they fly. They need to learn. They don't have the orientation skills like sprinters as youngsters. They just make many more kilometers than they're supposed to. But the most important thing is that they come back by themselves alone, because in their later career they will end up on their own after just kilometers from liberation. They will be on their own. That's their strength. Their strength is survival on their own. That's a long distance pigeon. And long distance pigeon will the first couple of 100 kilometers fly probably in a group as well, but then their power, their genetic quality is survival on themselves, on their own. And when they picked it up as a youngster, I don't care how much time they take, as long as they look good and come home and recover well. For the rest, I don't care. I don't even know where they're bred from. I watch at the end of the season from which pairs I still have youngsters left. So that gives me an easy selection in the breeding station, or in the breeding loft. And then as yearlings, they go on total widowhood. Just for me, because it's easy. That you don't have fixed pairs, because in the long distance, what you lose most is first, you lose most youngsters. That's selection. Try to get rid of them as fast as possible. Perhaps I shouldn't say it, but that's selection. And then as a yearling, you will push them, but not over the top. It's 1 time 900 kilometers or 2 times 900 kilometers. But it's not really important, the result. I've had yearlings in the past which were very good as yearlings, but after that, nothing anymore. And I prefer to have them on the top when they're 2 or 3 year old. So I'm not forcing them to the bottom. So I'm not trying to motivate them, whatever. They just come home, survival. And if they end up somewhere in the top prizes, fine by me. But I'm not going to push them beyond. I'll leave that to others. And that's my system. And from now on, I will take the best hens and put them in natural after 1 year or 2 years. Because the thing with widowhood hens is you can use them for 2 or 3 years maximum. After that, they will pair up definitely. And I can use them in natural on the nest as well still. And it gives them more, I can raise them longer. Let's put it that way. And the best cocks will stay in the widowhood section. And they will get a fixed hen. So then they get the best of both worlds. And that's that's a bit of a change in my system.
Yeah. Okay.
Always trying to improve, and I have to.
Yeah, of course. We all have to improve.
Yeah.
We have Max. I can see Max is writing again. If you have a question, then please write the question in the comments.
Try to do it.
But Sjaak, do you have the pigeon?
Sorry?
Huh?
I was missing that. What do you want to see?
No, okay. I just say I just said if you have the youngsters by you, maybe we should have a look at the youngsters from the auction, and then we can talk a little bit through that also.
Yeah, you can have them random or whatever. This is.
You can do it. You can do it easy for me, or you can just make a lot of mess by mixing up them.
Yeah. I will make it. I will make it hard for you, as you know. You don't know me any other way, so let me put
just say what number it is, because then we put on the.
Oh, okay. This is 670. That's lot number 3.
670.
Oh, 760. Sorry. See, I'm making it hard for you already.
760. Oh, and that's actually lot number 4. Just to.
Am I? Yeah. How many is it for?
Just to correct you there.
Of course. Where is my thing?
670.
MC actions. I will put it on my phone as well, so can.
Granddaughter Melinda, double granddaughter Melinda.
Yeah. Where am I? Yep. Okay. Yeah. When you want to do it fast, then it never works. Anything. Yeah, you're right. Number 4. Double granddaughter of Melinda. Beautiful specimen. I will show you from the front, and you can see for yourself. What I said, I prefer to offer inbreds so that people can cross them at home. What I would like, what I buy for myself, I think my customers should buy as well, and it should be the same quality, at least. And it gives you you're buying a pack of jeans, and if you mix jeans and quality is so fluid, you know. If you can this is done half brother half sister pairing. That's a pairing you can race, and you can still let me see, father. Oh yeah, Ulix is Zeko. I don't know him from the top of my head. So the grandfather is Zeko. Zeko won 13 national cars for me. Is also a grandson of Dejan. Now Melinda is a direct daughter of Dejan with Doutzen. And then on the other side, it's Boudica is already, the mother of this one is already an inbred from half brother, half sister pairing from Vortex. And Vortex is joint breeding with Jelle Jellema's Zwart Goud and Doutzen. We did it in 2013, I think. And it was Jelle had one and I had 2. Vortex was one of them, and his first daughter Kiki won 23rd? Oh, yeah, 30 national period. And actually his sister, that's Dasha, and she's the grandmother of second national ace pigeon at Aukerekker. So this is a very strong family. No gaps in the pedigree, and it looks it has that Zwart Goud look on her as well. You can see that.
And it also looks, except for the white, it looks like the Melinda. Also, I see a Buwalda pigeon in that one.
That's one. You want to see all of just a few?
You decide.
Okay, no problem. Let me check. Which is which?
People kindly ask you questions about the pigeons. Also, if maybe you have a pigeon from the auction that you want to see or something like that, or you have a question about the pedigrees and the lines and everything on this auction, then please ask.
This is the grandmother, of course, of most of the birds in the auction. This is Melinda herself. This is a daughter of Doutzen. She won. Doutzen won first national. Melinda won first national. Doutzen is grandmother of 2 NPO winners, and Melinda at this moment is she's the grandmother of Roos of Aukerekker, who won 2 times first NPO, and also grandmother of first national winner on Perigeux. So, and there are several grandchildren winning top 100 national positions. Well, as you can see, some people like to see the back. Well, this is her back, but it's not perfect as you would wish. but I don't care. And this is her front side, and you can see the way they are built. They don't have the most perfect backs. They don't, but they have the character, and you can see you can hardly hold them. No, that's for me. That's much more important. That's the character you see on so many winning pigeons.
Yeah.
You can't see that from a picture. Luckily.
We have Maria online. Can we see lot number 7, please?
Lot number 7. Let me check. You got 5 minutes.
Yeah. You need to look for Checker Hen, daughter from Taylor.
Lot number 7. Yeah, very. You see the old birds coming in, by the way. They're training.
Yeah, are they training or?
Yeah. I have them out 2 or 3 times a week. This is the hen, lot number 7. Did I say correctly? Yeah.
Yeah, it looks nice.
Yeah, she has that pearl eye. Her parents don't have that. It goes back 3 generations, and then it suddenly pops out. Her father is Bonucci. He was really racing well for me, 2 times top 100 national from St. Vincent, and coming home so easily. He's never tired. And he's a grandson of Doutzen and Dejan, and also of Drago, the night racer. Those are still the old lines, they still do it. And the mother is Taylor. She won 20 national Orange, 7 NPO. That was the first time I raced her on natural. On Orange, it was quite a hard race, morning liberation. Orange is through Rana Valley. And she has the old Kiekenbelt lines, Thin Henner, and from Noah Lippens. So there's some Belgian influence in there, which is quite good on the morning liberations, and yeah, that stood out. But she's a very nice build. You can see that for yourself.
What about the wing? We have a question. Maybe we can also show that you have a wing. Can you show the wing of a sports pigeon for long distance? I don't know. Yeah, but this is a sports pigeon for Russia. So maybe you can you can tell a little bit about the wing. What do you like in the wing, or is it
a wing in a distance is mostly it looks like it's built from one piece, so it's one fluid line. You don't see the big gaps here. The in the old days we were looking for that big gap here. Can you see it from the primaries to the secondaries? There used to be a big gap in here. You don't see that anymore in the distance. You see much more one complete wing. So it's one piece. It's one straight line. And you don't see too many of the what they call the fast feathers, the sprint feathers or thin fingers up there. You don't see that much anymore. You much more see this one piece, like it's made from one piece. That's what you see more and more. But for me, it's not something I'm really looking for, but it stands out. You see it more and more. And but it's just I when I'm looking to wing, I'm looking much more like the points here on the feathers, because that's about health, and that to me is much more important than let nature take care of the wing. Just send them far enough, a couple of generations, and nature has made a wing for you. But and as long as for me, it's much more important if the feathers are healthy. No crooked things in there, no lines in there. That's to me pure health, and that's much more important. Yeah. And the rest is up to nature. See, it's nice to see if it's very vibrant. Well, they have that. Don't worry, they have that. That pigeons don't have it, but live pigeons in good conditions, they have that. But it's a genetic thing as well, by the way.
Yeah, that looks very nice. So I hope, Maria, you can be interested in that one. What do you have more in your, I would say, taste today?
Oh yeah,
more in your basket today.
Oh yeah, I have them all. But you said you needed me for 3 hours, right?
No.
Luckily, because I don't have that time. One second. Chinese basket, top quality. Let me see. This one, yeah, the feathers are a bit crooked now, of course. This is also an inbred, you wouldn't say, because of the color, perhaps. But it's
Has to be lot number 11.
yeah, grandson of Doutzen, and he's a grandson of Melinda. And the red color comes from Gerrit's Feather national winner. We did joint breeding as well, and its father is Mars, and he. I only have that for 2 years in my loft now. It came back to me, so I still have to find out the results of that. But those were two brilliant national winners, and not just one time, but winning and then winning again, and then breeding. And then on the other hand, it's inbred to Melinda, and you still get nice birds, with this characteristic.
Mm.
I'd like to sit still, they're not dead in the water. They're always, but this one's a bit bigger. That's when you bring in a bit of different blood, they are getting, if you call it stronger, but they're getting a different shape. Mine are not really dominant in when it comes to physics, but this is what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Character.
Very
Don't
nice.
give up. Don't give up. And this one is, I think, is a number one lot, the mealy hen.
The mealy one, yeah.
She looks good in the picture, and she has an amazing eye. If you're an eye man, and you can see it better on the picture, of course. And now you can see her for real, and how she is. She's bred from a brother of what's her name? Can't remember the name, but the father is a brother of that.
Little Beauty.
Yeah, that's a top breeding hen. She's mother to four top 10 national winners. Not at my loft, unfortunately, but and on the mother's side, it's an inbred daughter to Melinda. Melinda with Hagarsson. Those are top performing birds. Hagarsson was 10th national on a very hard Aurillac, 33rd national on the St. Vincent.
Yeah.
You can send them anywhere. I sent them to Marseille on eggs. I sent them to Limoges on youngsters, and I raised him on St. Vincent on Widowwood. He was just there, and he's still here. And I have tested his genes, and it appears that he has the good combination of AB, CT, CC, from the top of my head. But he has the special combination in the gene package, so that made him my choice to put to Melinda and breed a lot of youngsters from them. And this nice, really nice hand in handling as well. When you see it, it's more and more one-piece wing. Is how I prefer to call it.
Yeah.
And she's nicely built.
In great balance.
Yeah. I also have from, let me check, from Beta and from Halina.
Better, yeah, maybe we have to look at that one. That's one of the
Which number is it?
NPO, right?
It's number 9. Number 9. Yeah. Ooh. She comes jumping towards me. I had Beta on Quintana this year, but especially for myself, because I want to build around Beta as well. Beta won first NPO Limoges. That was her debut, and she won it by 1.5 hours leading, and that was an extremely hard race because it was postponed for 5 days, I think.
Oh.
And then she had an 1.5 hour lead, and then the race was stopped even the next day. So on the third day, and she's in a breeding loft, of course, and she's granddaughter to Dejan and Doutzen. There's some Benny Homma blood in there, and from AP Overwater. And the father is Quintana. Quintana, I only raced him two times, I think. Then he got injured. But as a yearling, he won on 700 from Châteauroux, 730 kilometers. He won first prize here in the federation, so he could do it. That wasn't bad. And then I sent him to Bergerac as a yearling. He won 400 national, but then his real race was Périgueux. And then he saved me by winning 20 national. And after that, he got injured, so I put him in stock, and he has a marvelous expression on him. But of course, that's subjective. But he's also a grandson of Dejan and Doutzen, so then you have it again. Then you have, if you call it line breeding or inbreeding, but it's 2 times Dejan and 2 times Doutzen in it, all from one family. And I really like the look on the face of this one. They are a bit longer type. You can see the wing. It's a bit, I say it, a bit more hollow wing. But you don't see that. You don't see that much. But in the distance pigeons, you see it's regular still. Also, that special Barcelona winner from France has that. Not that it's related to this one, but it's just a type of wing. So that's the son of Beta, first MPO winner.
Can you hear what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, it's just because that my computer screen is completely frozen, and I hear what you're saying, but I cannot switch to the screen now. But it's better that you see that you're on the screen that I am.
Yeah, I prefer to see myself as well. So don't worry.
But I'm glad it's still running.
But you can, yeah, okay, you can see me then. Okay, yours.
Yeah. I cannot switch. I cannot do anything. So.
Okay.
So that's really a little bit scary.
Anything else you want to know? Anything else that people want to see? Just let me know. I have. Let me check this one. I'll show you. They're getting more and more white now. I have all colors: dark checkers, white. This looks like Melinda in the wing as well. You can see it. This is a small one, smaller build, not so broad. It's more like really thin build. You can see that. You can see that from the front. Yeah, that gives you an idea of the type of pigeon.
Yeah.
They have a bit broader feathers, but see, this is what I prefer. You know, those points out of there. That has to do with health. If they grew up well. And the character is there. Don't worry. Don't worry. Anything else you need to know?
Well, I'm looking at our web page in another tab on my browser, so I cannot see anything. And when I look at my phone, the time is a little bit different, so it's a little bit difficult.
Okay.
But it's also, the time is also flying. It's almost 1 hour now.
Yeah.
But I really want to thank you for making this time with us and showing some of the birds. And I think that people were watching with interest, and always nice to meet some passionately people. And I know you for many years, and I know that one thing is that you have a lot of passion for your sport.
Mm-hmm.
And that's also why I know that these birds on the auction is very, very good. And I think you have made your best attempt to select some birds that can improve the quality on the buyer's lots.
Yeah. Definitely. I give you what I offer is material you can use for breeding immediately, and then it's breed a lot from them and raise them as far as you can, as fast as you can. So you know what's in your loft, and if they're an improvement. Don't expect them to win in sprint races. They won't. If they do, well, good luck. Good luck for you. But judge them on the performance in the distance and give them 2 or 3 years in racing. And after that, they probably won't get any better, but they have to peak at 2 or 3 years old. Then you know what's in your loft.
Yeah. Okay. But that's super, Sjaak. I cannot see you and you cannot see me, but I just want to thank you and wish you a Merry Christmas with your family.
Same to you.
And good luck on Sunday.
Yeah, same. Same to you. Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Okay. Take care.
Yo, have a nice weekend.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.